Hi folks, hope that you're doing well this week. We are very thankful for all of those Sunday school teachers and everyone involved who were able to help out with our great intergenerational service this past week, and we had lots of great feedback about how wonderful our young people's choir sounded. This week we're back to the regular Sunday school lessons, and we're looking at a passage about a man named John. He was the guy who baptized Jesus, and at this point he's in prison, and maybe he's feeling a little bit discouraged because he actually sends some of the people who have been visiting to him to go and speak to Jesus and ask him, are you sure? Are you really the Messiah? It seemed like when he was outside of jail, John felt pretty confident about that, but now maybe things have changed a little bit. But Jesus sends those followers back and says, listen, the poor have had good news brought to them. People are being healed. There is new life being breathed into people. So, well, you draw your own conclusions. And we'll see during our Sunday school lessons, and when you look at the material, we're called in some ways to sort of be like John. Sometimes when we get into these dark days of December, even though we know Christmas is around the corner, we can have moments of discouragement or feelings of sadness, darkness, and yet we are called to still be people who point towards Christ, whether it's the Christ child or stories of Jesus doing these healings and bringing about justice and new life in the world. We're called to be the people that even in the midst of darkness and scariness, to point to Christ and say, look, there are good things happening in this world, and to recognize the presence of Jesus when we see those things happening in the world, when we see those places of healing and justice and new life. And so sometimes that's not easy, and yet that's the life that we're called to as Sunday school teachers, as people in the church, and that's what our young people are called to as well. So I hope that this is helpful for you as we look to be people who point towards the Christ child in our world. Look forward to seeing you on Sunday. God bless.